on, Rangers! Come on,
Rangers! Missed the whole game.
To quote Hal Tucker in the mountaineering documentary Cliffhanger, the season is over, arsehole. Dorking's defeat at St Albans 3 days earlier handed Maidstone the league title. The dream of a championship is done. Everything they fought for has gone. Unless... Dorking need just 1 point from their final 2 games to guarantee second spot, which would put them directly into the playoff semi-finals and, crucially, guarantee them home advantage in the semi and indeed the final, should they make it that far. After the bitter disappointment of losing out on the league title, Marc White has a series of challenges ahead of him. The owner-manager must rally his troops, keep them firing on all cylinders and avoid unnecessary injuries and bans. So the visit of Dulwich Hamlet in the last home game of the normal league season provides opportunity. For Dorking must test themselves and the players must demand a starting shirt if they're to become playoff heroes.
Yeah, look, a couple of weeks to see if we can get a bit more out of them. See if we can get like maybe 15% more on the dead balls, a little bit of attention to detail in different areas. And also, best of all, make sure we disturb any complacency. I've been in leadership a long time, hence your comment about was that speech planned or experienced. I'm really experienced, and whenever I'm pushed about my ability to run a football team, I talk about my sort of like high level leadership experience coupled with my, you know, lifetime of football madness. So you saw that Saturday, you see me flip into a different mode. I think you would have seen it when we got beat in the FA Cup. I just go into a different mindset really. When you're doing a team talk, you can tell from eye contact, body language straight away which ones are engaged, which ones are not. That's the bottom line. So these are a great bunch of lads. They're a great bunch of lads, you know what I mean? I'd almost rather lose with them than win without them. So you've kind of got to understand what success looks like in any walk of life. And I think for us, we've had a lot of success in the last 3 years, and this one's not over yet. What I've done, I think it's going to be like a few thousand in a day, like it's gone off the, even the pre-sold ticket's gone off the scale. So I've made a list of what I want to achieve. Management team will not see it yet either. What I want to achieve with the you lot and obviously all of us in the next 2 weeks. Obviously we're going to be playing our semi-final of the playoff in 2 weeks' time. So we got today, and then we got 4 occasions when we're together. We've got Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. And I've wrote a list of what I want to achieve in that time. So I want to get every player up to the same level of fitness, ideally. So every single person will be either starting today or Saturday, that's for sure, in the squad. And what that's going to enable me to do is to see who is physically sharp and mentally sharp. We're in a fantastic position with 2 home games down here. So I want to make sure that everybody's given an opportunity to look physically sharp and mentally ready to play. I'm looking for everybody now to sort of go into professional mode and really focus on their football. Our strength is our entire squad. So I want to make sure whether we're playing Havant, Ebbsfleet, whoever it might be, I want to make sure that we've got the right player who can come in for the right situation, because who we play in them knockout situations, at least a third of the team changes based on the opposition, you know, their formation or any key areas of the field. So I need to make sure we've got everybody to choose from, and I need to make sure that when I sit down with the management team, I can go, right, yeah, he's been brilliant this 2 weeks. Yeah, he's taken on information. He's having a great spell. So this is a great chance for all of you, everybody. We'll have a lot of fun as always, but I really want to make sure we get these fine margins right. And I like little things like the playing out, looking at the playing out, looking at all the boys at the back as an example, the keepers, who's really drilled to our plan at the moment, who's doing things the right way. I'm looking at everything, okay? And I'm very lucky that I've got you lot, because you're brilliant at what you do, all right? So for you boys today, Obviously, what I'm testing today is your professionalism, agility, listening to the instructions is really important, okay? So I'm looking for fine margins to be done. So you need to tune in, boys. Tune in, okay? They will play a variation of a back three, okay? Very important. They'll probably play, factory setting for them is like a 3-4-2-1, right? Or 3-4-1-2, okay, depending upon who plays, or 3-4-3-3. That's how they play. So I've planned the fuck out of this game, boys. I'm going to tell you about them now. They'll go, if Danny Mills plays, they're going to go direct, end of. Okay, 6'5", going to go direct, try and get off it. They're going to have good pace on the counter. They're a counter team, so they'll want to counter you. So you have to make sure you're switched on defensively. You've got to lock it up, DJ. Lock it up defensively at all times. We need to stop shots and crosses, in particular if Mills plays. So, we press them in packs, we put a foot in. We don't need to worry about coming out of the ball, Bob. When it's there to be won, put your foot straight through the ball and the player. Don't matter if you win the throw, he wins the throw, defend first. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, stop shots, stop crosses. We get any penalties, you take them to try and get him the top scorer. Yeah, and just choose which way you're going and aim there, and it doesn't matter what happens. Okay? The only time I'd be annoyed is if you blast it. Just choose where you're putting it and try and put it there, end of. Okay? Don't think, as you're taking it, don't think about me being annoyed. Just a bit of a tip there. Think about me being happy. Good. All right, boys, we'll be neat and tidy, and we do what we do today. Okay, lads? I'm not going to keep on about this semi-final because I don't want to over build up the game at all, because realistically we're at home in front of 2,500 of ours and 500 of the others. So for me, but what I wanted to do today, and I made a lot of notes, was signpost to them and you in a minute what we're expecting from them. Yeah, that's where we are. So let's crank up what we're doing, not be as passive. When we're doing the shooting, someone fucking keeps trying to go to keeper's near post. Across the keeper. All them little things I believe in just to get all the right habits there, yeah? We're in a great position. All the people that messaged me after the game, their managers and that were like, listen, far rather know you're in the playoffs now than after Hungerford. So we're in a great position. So we've now got, with a great management team, we've now got to manage the situation more professional and ask a little bit more positively from them. Yeah? All right, good.
It would seem we're not the only film crew at Meadowbank today. While we're following Mark around, Callum Best and the Dorking ladies team have their BBC crew on site. And the Dulwich Hamlet director of football seems to be the subject of his own Fly on the Wall series. So we asked this chap, who seems oddly popular with the crowd, if he could tell us more about the club that he's involved with.
So, what's your involvement with Dulwich Hamlet?
I've been like a director of football now for just this season, and it's been interesting, very different to playing. I'm seeing a different side to it, but yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Did you know what you were getting into?
No, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. But it's really been great sort of being part of a team again. Really, watching out for a result and going to watch games and watching them improve. Really, and obviously today is a chance, I suppose, to test ourselves against the team in the playoffs. Well, I played there. I was at Dulwich when I was 17. Sort of owe them a lot, really, for developing me as a player. I went on to various things, but never sort of forgot that, really. And after COVID, I think there was a lot of issues surrounding loss of non-league clubs, really, and grassroots clubs. But Dulwich being one of them, so there's a chance to help out, and hopefully I've done them justice as well as I can. But I've enjoyed it personally as well. I'll be honest with you, I was probably a little bit surprised by the standard. I think that the standard of football's good. Training was good. Everything's done very professionally. I just feel like sort of that the infrastructure really needs to catch up with the team. I think they're ready for a level above, really, and the club hasn't quite kicked on yet with regards to facilities and making sure that everything's done for them. So I think I was surprised definitely at the level, and surprised just how problematic really some things can be. Like going up, for instance, is is almost a hindrance to some of these non-league clubs, and that for me was such a strange thing to see.
That's going to be a hindrance for Dulwich, presumably, because you've got such a big audience coming in and drinking.
Huge problem. Honestly, like we were saying, like 50% of revenue is people having a beer at the games. You know, it's like it's a lot of money to lose, and it's like, well, if you get promoted, why should you be punished? That's something that, you know, I've been speaking to Tracy Crouch about, obviously, at government level, and she's keen to sort of address it, really, you know, with this fan-led review. So I'm hoping that things can improve, because for me, seeing like the chairman and seeing all the board of directors and everyone nervous about going up, it shouldn't be the case, should it? Everyone should be celebrating that fact. Yeah, today, listen, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing Dorking play, and I've heard they've done well. Obviously, got you know, a shot of going up still. We've just fell short of that this year. But it'd be nice for Dulwich, obviously, my foot's in the Dulwich camp, to see, you know, test ourselves against a playoff hopeful, really. And I always like coming down to these games, and I've had a burger that was top notch as well. So
they've just changed it.
Have they?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Mark had a burger at Hungerford and was like, we need to improve our burger.
Oh no, enjoyed it.
Given that the away side is Dulwich Hamlet, we entered the fan zone in search of hipsters, and our quest was soon complete as we discovered the presence of Joey and Harry, the bearded hipsters.
What are you doing here today?
My name is Joey and I'm here supporting Dulwich today.
Hi there, my name is Harry. I am a supporter from Dulwich Hamlet, come to Dorking for the first time, for my first visit.
So I used to work for the local paper in Southwark, so we worked with them a fair bit and did match reports and that sort of thing. So started coming down to do that, and then just became a fan, got a season ticket, and been coming ever since.
On the terraces, week in, week out, we talk about this poison chalice that you mentioned. I'd say I wouldn't want to necessarily trade anything in, but it's something which I think I and all the other Dulwich fans here today have like a quandary in all of our hearts, because you want success for the club, but you also want to have like these individual facets and nuances, like drinking isn't everything, but it like yeah, it's just a little flavour of like the non-league experience which you don't get at the higher levels, which you can have like a relaxing kind of conversation with your friends standing up on the terraces in a way that you cannot at like a sat-down football match. So
yeah, I think the higher you go, the less of the match day experience you get. And yeah, I don't know how, you know, we could all just go and watch Arsenal or Chelsea if we wanted. It's not always the goal to be as high as you can. Sometimes you just want to come down to a game, see local players and local fans and have a good day out.
Realistically, I expect Dulwich will at best draw, because Dorking did beat us earlier in the season, and they are second presently, and Dulwich's recent run hasn't been great. But equally, 2 games away from the end of the season, maybe if there's a moment of magic, I'd love to see a Dulwich win, but I'm not counting on it.
The last time I came here was a 0-0, so if we can get a 1-0 for Dulwich, that'd be perfect.
Back in the coaching team, Mark's keen to speak to head scout John the Bible to pick his brains about the Dulwich front three.
It's going to be a busy day. It's 20 past 2, man. Look. 20 past fucking 2. You ain't picking up, mate. No, ball's in the box for the hot dog. Yeah? Yeah? Bob, don't delay that last bit. Always remember me in your head. When you get in that situation there, it's deliver. All crossing is best early. When he rings back, I want to double check that he thinks like how the structure of the front three is.
Yeah, it's John. Thanks, John.
John, just going to say, what do you think the structure is of that front three then, mate? Do you think it's like a Mills and then 2 off him, or a flat 3 across the top?
I think it's Mills and then McQueen and Green kind of playing in those number 10 positions.
John thinks they're playing like Mills central with the 2 boys narrow like as 10s. Yeah, as 10s, which is weird, I know, but obviously when they get direct, he obviously drops in, yeah? I'm wondering why our lot didn't spot they warmed up a back 4. Look, I've just spoke to the management team about being switched on, and that includes watching what the other team were doing in their warm-up, and I don't think they did. So, no, Dino just told, no, one of the players has just told us. Yeah, which happened another game. Yeah. Bobby's telling me they're warming up a back 3. No one's at a back 4. Has anyone spotted it?
Yeah, he said they was doing a 3, then they went to 4, so I don't know if they're checking us.
So you've seen both?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay, fine. I thought for 1 minute we weren't keeping an eye on it. So
No, I see they was in the back 3.
Cool, okay. So there was a back 3 at one point, Bill?
It was, yeah, and then they went to a 4.
Here the crowd, boys, they want a good performance, yeah? They want a good performance. Loads of them have come out today. Win this game today, boys. We're going to sell out that game in 2 weeks. Okay, it'll be fantastic, won't it? This is a brilliant side we've got out today. It's a really good side. I'm looking for some really big leadership from Ed Harris, Barry Fuller, Callum Kennedy, DJ. I'm looking for leadership in the team. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Alfie, stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Josh, stay out of trouble. Yeah, we've got to play this game like a normal game, but frankly speaking, if there's a 50-50, give him it, to be quite frank. Yeah, look after yourself. Right? Be clever, look after yourselves, okay? Right, this is one fucking quality 11 starting today, right? Let's have a fucking good game. One-on-one situations, wingers, we take them on. Yeah? We either make our mind up quick, we're going to cut inside, going to score, or we're going to fucking outside, put it in the box. Make our mind up quickly. All right, boys, let's go. Come on, fucking start, come on. Good that it's busy.
Greg was saying that apparently when there's a key moment, they all get their keys out and go, oh, key moment, and start shaking their keys. Table for two, Van Dog. Meal for two, old boy.
Both teams are wearing kits which have all the badges, numbers, sponsors and so on printed into the design rather than on top later on. They are fully sublimated, which looks great and saves money, and it's something that fcfootballkit.com excels at.
Hey, come on boys, hey! Fast start! Fast, Kennedy! Kennedy!
It seems the Dulwich gaffer has landed a surprise on Marc by setting his team up with 4 rather than 3 at the back.
You're back 4, Gav. You're back 4. I know in a minute, well, no, fucking give me a start.
You always love a little surprise thing.
Oh, fuck off, mate. I ain't prepared for this. Back 4. Full press. Outside, Cal. Callum. Round the outside.
Dulwich's season may effectively be over, but their desire to win has not been dulled. Their front 3 is pressing Dorking, but the home side tend to start fast on their own patch, and it's not long before they pin the visitors back.
Pass! Pass! Good. Pass! This side!
Get higher!
One-on-one! Run him! Run him!
Help him!
Stay Greeny! Stay Greeny!
Time!
Striker Harry Ottaway has stepped up a division to fill in for Jason Pryor, and while he's taken time to get up to speed, he's finally looking the part, and his hard work soon gives Alfie Rutherford an opening.
Niall, get off him, Niall!
Seconds! Good! Good, go on, you're in! 1v1! 1v1, run! Switch on! Brilliant, Alfie!
Alfie Rutherford is looking for the National League South Golden Boot, and it shows.
Release now! Release now! Release now! Go on, Joshy! Foot in!
Go on! Positive! Get us up, Buzz! DJ, higher!
Okay, Alfie. Alfie's had a fucking ball.
Good! Referee, no walking! You're getting paid, don't walk! You're too far away! He's wearing out the fucking AstroTurf. He's been there fucking half hour.
Dorking are seeing plenty of the ball, but Dulwich are compact enough to minimalise any danger, and they're primed to counter-attack.
No! Go on, take him all the way! No! Just keep it, no, just keep it!
Oh, lucky hot dog.
Danger man Danny Mills offers a threat from out wide, although he doesn't find Green or McQueen this time.
Good chat!
Drive forward now, it's got to be forward now. Get it. Oh.
When DJ Oldacre gives Green the ball centrally, Dulwich find a far more direct line to goal.
Don't worry about it.
Green plays in McQueen, and the Dulwich attacker slots the ball past Slav Huck in the Dorking goal.
Deej! Deej! All good! All good!
Dorking's response is typically positive as they earn an immediate corner.
How did that not go in?
The fuck's that not gone in? Great run, Baz!
It's not immediately obvious what's occurred, but we can assume Ed Harris's bravery has once again seen his head get a bash.
Ed again, man. He loves a fucking blow to the mooey.
Dulwich fend off the Dorking backlash and once again look to capitalise on DJ's off day.
He's got sweets, then. Sweets. Is that DJ again?
Like a teacher with 100 drunk students in a hall after midnight, Dorking struggled to clear the ball, and even the ever-reliable Barry Fuller gets into trouble. The tenacious Giovanni McGregor works with Darren McQueen to set up Jordan Green, and Dulwich take a 2-goal lead.
Get it, Noel.
Wanderers once again respond in a positive manner, although Dulwich do seem to have their attacking threat under control.
Hey, organise us! Touch finish. Come on, it's coming!
Dorking create a series of half chances, but they struggle to hit the target.
Fucking smallest man on the pitch wins every header in the box, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
Got some desire to get it, that's why.
Desire, yeah, from timing.
Lucky sweet, then we're going to score.
Switch on, get up! Hey, get us up! DJ, higher!
Ottaway is proving a perfect foil for Rutherford, but Dorking is still yet to create a clear opening. Their frequency of attacks may be lower, but Dulwich remain the bigger threat to the Dorking goal. Jordan Green's playing as if EA Sports have scripted his performance, and he's just inches away from making it an unassailable 3-goal lead. Dorking have had more chances than Nick Cotton, and when they finally lay it on a plate for Alfie Rutherford, his header pings over the bar.
Right, Bob! Come on, let's take these chances! Play quick! Play quick!
Cal Kennedy's the latest to fall foul of Jordan Green's powerhouse performance. He heads straight to goal.
Deliver the fucking ball!
Dorking are desperate to affect the scoreline before the half-time whistle, so they get the ball to Barry Fuller, who plays a cross from deep to the head of Harry Ottaway.
What a fucking ball, mate. What a ball. What a ball. Callum! We've got like a full field in the goal at the minute. Callum! Saturday's the same, isn't it? Stop playing in front of their fucking press! We can't afford to be quiet. We've got to make it a 3-2 thriller. It's an easy game to score 3 goals in. We could have scored fucking 16 already. So I wouldn't worry, boys. This is, I told you at the beginning. Cheers, Cal. I told you at the beginning, and I'm looking for mental strength. Right? So actually, to a degree, you could argue it's quite good practice for us today. I'm not worried about mistakes. I'll give you, the biggest issue I've got in this game right now is the communication. It's poor. It's poor. I'm watching us give balls to the bloke in front and we're not screaming about the next ball. You know, I want, you know, if we've got it in tight areas, let's say Baz and Nada got it, I want a holding mid screaming for us to turn back out of there. Yeah? So I'd like the communication to improve. But in reality, we've played some really good football, great half-ots, really good half. We played some great football. We've got to be intelligent, right? Your delivery is unbelievable, and so is yours. And this is the game for me when they're at 6s and 7s, including the keeper, the minute the ball's in their box. Now, I don't want to, I need intelligence here, Baz, right? Because that's not me saying we're now going to go long and direct. We're not going to. What I'm saying is that we play, and the openings will be there, and they have been there to play. But when we get it into areas, we put it in the box. When you two are out there, your job is to, as quick as possible, get it in the box. Now, because you know that, Josh, your job, you three, is to go and score a goal. I want to work the ball into areas, and then I want to deliver. So DJ, if you do get on the ball in areas where you can get an angle. So you're just delivering the ball. The delivery's been brilliant from Kennedy's side. I think the way Ots is picking out passes with his head in the box. He just needs support, right? So we'll get the first, obviously. If we get the first, we'll get the second and the third, okay? But we've got to be realistic. So DJ's job now is to lock up the game. He doesn't really need to be pretty now. He just needs to lock the game up. The game is around the outside. That's where it is, early. I think they're going to gas. I predict they're going to gas. They're gassing already. If you start going too long, you'll do them a favour. They'll re-energise because they're not working, right? They'll start creating dead situations, getting the ball, getting throws, having a breather. I'm actually okay with it. The only thing I want to improve is your information's got to improve. This is great for us today because this is actually a good situation. What you wouldn't want to do now if you're a Dorking Wanderers player is show me that your physiology, they call it, your body language or the way you talk becomes pathetic, right? If we concede a third, we just go and score 3. Yeah, because this is a great opportunity. It's match play. So it could be the semi-final of the playoff and we could have given away 2 balls and we could be 2 down. And then it's a case of, well, who's it going to be in the trenches? Now, being in the trenches isn't just going, I'll fight them all. It's the bloke that talks the most, the calmest bloke, the bloke that says, Bobby, we're 2 down, you need to be here, we can't concede a third. Well, it's that bloke. They're the people you want, the ones that can make decisions and organise the rest of you. Okay, boys? So that's what I'm looking for this half. Let's go. Come on.
As you might have come to expect, Dorking's start to the second half overpowers their opponents, who find themselves trapped in their own box like a rubbish magician.
Get it, Cal, get it, Cal, get it, Cal. Left foot, boss. Right foot! Fucking hell.
The Dorking bench don't believe the visitors can maintain the pace of the game, and it becomes even harder for them when Jordan Higgs takes a ball straight to the face.
Attack it! Fucking hell, that's a brain shaker, man. Some block that. What DJ? Ball.
After riding the storm for the first 8 minutes, Dulwich win a series of free kicks and alleviate the pressure on their back line.
Bobby! Bob, you do the runner! Half and half! Bob!
The short free kick catches Bobby Joe Taylor out and Jordan Green wins a penalty.
Follow up! Bobby, follow up!
Green's run-up lasts longer than most of my... whatever, and it allows him to slot the ball past penalty specialist Slav Huck.
Come on, Cal! Let's get fucking livened up! Come on! Look at Baz, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving! He's waiting for a cut there, isn't he? Switch! Running! Drive, Bob, drive! Get in the box! Buddy's in the box! Well done, Bobby!
Dorking continue to create the chances that they just can't take, but Bobby Joe Taylor is a man on a mission, and he will not stop working until that mission is complete.
Come on! Get up! Get up! Deliver!
Boy, puta.
Rebound!
Get up, Bob! Get in the box! Just scared. You won't change. Scared.
McManus and Oldacre are withdrawn for Wills and Mewett as Mark rolls the dice and takes his chances.
Cal! Get the ball! Get the ball! Switch! Go on, Cal, open up, forward. Bobby, little forward ball, Bobby, go on. Run him.
Dulwich, meanwhile, have absolutely no idea exactly how tenacious Bobby Joe is going to be in the final third of the match. Taylor forces the ball into the box and Rutherford joins the battle before latching onto Ottaway's header to put Dorking back in the match. The header marks Alfie's 30th league goal of the season.
Bob! Let's go, come on, let's fucking go!
Oi, fucking brilliant. Let's go again.
Next goal!
The goal injects life into the players, fans and management team of the home side, and Dulwich are facing the prospect of a 30-minute onslaught from a goal-hungry team.
We've got half hour here, loads of time, they're tiring, right? Yeah. We've got to keep our shape.
Take him on! Wide! Kane higher! The other side! Kane!
With Fuller driving down one side, Cal Kennedy provides quality from the other in the form of a corner. Alfie Rutherford reels away from the second Dorking goal with the kind of body language that implies he's scored. But surely he knows we've got 5 cameras pointed at Josh Taylor's Zola-esque flick.
Yeah, I know. I said you can't see it either, can I?
Football's so stressful.
Next goal!
I've gone 3-5-2 taps.
Okay, that's cool. We'll have an overload now, that's good.
Only captain Francesco Schettino knows the sinking feeling that Dulwich are currently experiencing, and like Schettino, there's nothing they can do about what happens next.
Who's that, the hot dog?
Harry the Hot Dog Ottaway, one of the most popular players at the club, turns in his first league goal for Dorking to level the scores.
Right, Mike, tie down the bench.
Got in chewing gums.
Callum! Fucking brilliant! Just brilliant! Go again! Go get a winner now! Right?
Next goal! Next fucking goal! Go on, Bob!
In a game that's had more kickoffs than a Friday night at a Wetherspoons, Dorking are looking for one more to complete a remarkable comeback.
Alfie! On your toes! Harry, on your toes! Good! Bigger, that's a bigger, mate. Come wider, Bobby.
Forward, Baz!
Moro, pocket!
Isaac's free!
On the half turn, mate. He's on the yellow, don't forget as well.
Bob,
keep
Bob,
running.
don't be lazy! Forward! Good!
Different
Run him!
Baz, get it, Baz.
Fucking hell, man.
It's easy to forget Dulwich are a team that have scored 3 on the counter, and Giovanni McGregor is about to dance his way through the midfield.
Bazza!
The attacker appears to have slipped, but he thinks he's been fouled, and that's kind of what he tells the referee.
What did he do?
Said something. Rasta said something.
As Dino has surmised, McGregor has said something the referee didn't like, and that's offered Bobby Joe a break to recover from a stitch.
You're doing really well. Deep breath stitches. Stick there. Big breaths.
What did you say to him? Called him a shit prick.
Get it, Baz!
Forward! Baz, give it a bob again, go on. Give it a bob, go on son, go on.
Before the match, Marc cited the game as an opportunity to practice for the playoffs, to get into the mindset of a team striving to win, which might explain the intensity of a bench urging on a team that's already destined to finish second.
Deliver! Travel! Baz, 2 on 1. Baz, keep going. Baz, keep going. Deliver! Travel, Baz! Travel! Bobby, take him away! Take him away! Take him that way! Other side, right back, Isaac, right back! Forward! Baz, tuck in! Deliver! Yes, brother! Come on, son! Come on! Oh, Danny boy! That's how we do it!
Rutherford's last-minute towering header is parried by the keeper, and Bobby Joe turns the ball to Josh Taylor, who powers home the winner and Dorking's 100th league goal of the season.
Tell the ref we must be done. I've only got the ref for about half hour. But still do a fucking defensive job, so you're pressing and everything. Stop! Stop! Go on, Ots! Yes, runner! Ots, that's you, go on, Ots! Go on, Harry, and again, get up! Oh! Baz!
Having demanded the referee add on plenty of time for most of the match, Marc is now happy for the whistle to go.
Ref, we're done! Ref, we're done! We're done! Brilliant! Go on now! Go on now! Get up! Oh! Alfie, man! No, he's not getting that fucking hell edge. Alfie! Fucking hell! Cheers, guys. See you soon, mate. Cheers, Tad. See you soon, mate. Well done, cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Cheers, boys. Well done, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you, mate. See you soon, mate. Thank you.
Yours was the second as well. It actually did touch it, yeah. Come on, you fucking little legend. Right? Oh, nice one.
What's yours? You get one, didn't you?
Jim, you better be there.
We're all in, yeah? All in? What you done, Alf?
Done it getting that second down.
Bit tight. Yeah, but like, is it gone or? No? Was it when he tried taking on 4 blokes and he just passed it to Bobby? Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have been as bad as just give it a bob. Right. Do you know what I mean? Right, we all in, yeah? All in, yeah? Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, it's ironic at the beginning of the day because what I said was, look, what we're trying to get used to here is how to deal with scenarios, you know, how to recognise situations, etc. And obviously, we then gave them a 3-0 lead, and that was the biggest situation to deal with. If we look at the game itself, you know, you've had a sloppy few passes. You know, first rule of a footballer, you've had a sloppy one, the next one's that far until you get your feet back. Near the end, Bobby, great game, but all it takes is that little flick round the corner at 4-3 up. Do you know what I'm saying? That's probably 3-2 down. 4-3 up, it's touch play. Alf, once, twice, run it in the corner. I'm borderline having a heart attack, trying to get the whistle blown, and you're trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do. Fatigue decision maybe. Bobby, whoever's near him should be screaming at Jimmy. Yeah, chance to run it in the other corner, put it in the box to Alfie. If I don't mention it, that'd be wrong, because that could be our day in the sun, that game. So we want to make sure we make the right decisions. I thought there was a couple of times at 3-3, Badenots can set in the box and the game is finished, little things. But they're the only bits I pick on. We've done what we're really good at, boys, and won. We're so dominant down here. I mean, it's almost like the Wanderers gods gave us that one for a bit of practice. They gave us it so the till will be ringing like fuck later for the playoff tickets. That'll be sold out. They fucking love it. They love watching you. If you're gonna fucking win 4-3 when you're 3 down, not 1-0 if you can. That gets more dough to pay Pryor. So who never plays. But no, honestly, very, very pleased with that performance. Not going to get anything else other than the fact that I'm really, really pleased. Great to see Ots now. He's got that extra yard, you know, doing what he can do. He's a fucking dangerous player, man. Dangerous player. Thought that link-up worked really well up there. Yeah, thought second half he listened really well. You're putting balls in the box when you needed to. When they went to a back three, you worked it out. You went side to side, found the overload. So really, really pleased. Tidy again, Kane. Really pleased. Moro, great leadership. Great leadership. That's what you need. Good leadership, yeah. Okay. So I think that is us runners up, boys, which is fucking brilliant. What a way to fucking do it. I'm over the moon with that. So I thought we'd done brilliantly, boys. I can't credit you enough. But now we go into Thursday, Saturday, and we get those 2 situations right, planned by the management team, and you boys keep being mentally switched on. Mentally switched on. Mentally switched on. Okay, that's what I'm asking you to do. Good, well done, boys. Management, quick.
That's 100 goals, mate.
Gaffer.
That's 100th goal of the season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well done, mate. How good's that?
Well done, Nicky. He does contribute something. He's got us down to a fucking 100.
Nicky, you'll never get in this room. Yeah, brilliant. Look, obviously I called it at half time. I asked you lot to just understand sometimes the scoreline's not representative of the game, but what you can do is manifest from the side or on the pitch. You know, there's a few bad shouts on the pitch and people start to think you're going to lose the game, and before you know it, a 2-0 unlucky becomes a 4-0 not unlucky. But today we've done the opposite. We've just done the right things. You know, I think in terms of the only concern as a player is Niall. I reckon he's probably carrying, would be my advice. I would say he's carrying something.
He's got a bad neck, he's got a bad fight.
He has been phenomenal for us. So for me, he's probably carrying a knock or disguising it. So you might have an honest chat and say, look, you need to help us out. We can get you back, right?
We've got a little break now, hasn't he, before the semi?
Yeah. Well, exactly that. Over the moon with Ottaway.
Yeah, he's class. He's been like in training, hasn't he? He's just
he said, when he was on loan at Carl Shorten, he was travelling here to train because he was saying the training's so good. Yeah. I've never had it in my life. He goes, you know, I mean, that's just what you deserve when you do stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's been great.
So, and he needs a fucking, his work, his press.
It's a handful to any defender.
Mate, yeah. Okay, well done, boys. Fantastic.
Love it, boys. Well done, Tax.
Oh, mate. That was fucking 100 goals. Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? They had to think about everything they'd done for the whole game. Couldn't afford to switch off. The game was going to balance on negativables like misplaced pass or getting out of position, getting out of shape. Can't afford to give away goals at 3 down or 2 down.
We know we've got that in us to score 2, 3, 4 goals in quick succession. You know, we've seen it especially down here in recent weeks as well. Chippenham, Slough, Concord. So yeah, it just shows the belief and the character in the boys to keep going and not panic, basically.
I am Harry Ottaway and I'm a striker.
And how long have you been playing for Dorking?
Since the end of January.
And how did that come about?
Unfortunately, Jason Pryor got injured, and then not long after, I think Marc put in a 7-day to my club at the time, which was Carl Shorten, and asked me to come in and sort of see if I could help out, if you like, because they was obviously on a winning run and the goals they want to achieve.
I think we did play quite well in terms of the way we're keeping the ball. We created quite a few chances. It was just one or two sloppy moments. And I think I've said before in previous interviews, the gaffer, when things are going badly, doesn't tend to compound the issue by getting on top of you. And if you've made a mistake, tries to be positive about it. And I think we've got a second half here. Gaffer said to me at half-time, just try and get yourself a bit more forward, work off Harry and Alf. So tried to do that, and luckily got on the end of a couple of things.
But I don't think we was terrible as a team. I thought we played well, and it was just a couple of mistakes, which Marc also said at half-time was the way in which we play, we will make mistakes, and unfortunately we got punished. But he also said, if they score 3, we've got to score 4, and it happened. First and foremost, the win. It's great to get a goal, and as a striker, any striker who says it's not is a liar. So yeah, it is great to get a goal. But the manner in which we won today was brilliant. Last home game of the season, bar playoffs, must have been unreal for the fans, because it was definitely unreal for the players.
Did you learn much ahead of the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we've got 1 or 2 players that might be carrying a few knocks. I think Niall's not been himself. Decision making, you look for sort of fatigue decision making, if that makes sense. And I thought the decision making at times weren't amazing. I think the number one thing I've learned is that you're not going to play a game, a knockout game to those nature without your experienced players. You're not going to play without your Luke Moores. You're not going to play without the bloke that asked the ref to stop his watch or reminds him that number 2's on his 3rd foul. Them players in competition football are essential.
Up until Saturday, it was all about still trying to chase down the league title. So it was sort of more about processing that. Obviously you're a little bit down about not taking it at least to the last game of the season. But fair play to Maidstone, they put an unbelievable run together. So I guess our focus is still just this last game, and then see who we're up against, and then work towards those playoff games. But we'll be confident against anyone, especially as we've got the home games here now. So looking forward to it.
Probably say hello and then go straight to bed. No, I'll be up the kids, bit of dinner. Nothing too extravagant, I suppose.
With a beer or a brandy.
I might do on the sly, but we've still got a bit of a job to do to try and push for those goals that Marc's striving for and the whole team are. So try and curb it a little bit.
It's a club that appreciate good people. We don't have wankers here. We don't have any wankers in this club. And if if ever you look at someone that's been here 5 minutes, they probably were a wanker. The club, the boys really appreciate. They might not have been, by the way. If someone's left within 5 minutes, they might. I just want to make it official. They might not be.
Wogs, that was
top guy. Wogs, yeah. Top guy. But no, what I mean is it's the boys appreciate good people. We look to sign good people. Cheadle, Ottaway. They're people with a good reputation for being good lads. And team always wins over individuals. And if we weren't fortunate to go up this year, and we're 2 games from the biggest story in non-league football history, got to be. There can be no bigger story than if we get to the top tier, because we started at the bottom tier. This is not a Wimbledon job where it started at combined counties with 3,000 fans. We started, and by the way, I'm a Wimbledon fan, we started with 0 fans, not 1, and paying to rent a pitch. So to go from tier, 17, 18 to 1, is on another level, but we go into selfish mode, minimum away tickets, surround the away dugouts with home fans and things that every club does. We're a lovely club and we like everybody and we'll look after them, but we're going to give it everything we've got off the field and on the field to win these 2 games.
Thanks for watching Dorking Uncovered. We've got some summer specials coming to Patreon, including unseen childhood footage and Dorking's run in the Surrey Senior Cup, all for just £3 a month. This week's comment of the week is from Dan Eggington, who says, "I'm sure Glendenning was the man who released all of the flies last week. It seems unlikely that journalist would know a world of football exists outside of the Premier League, Dan."